Okay, you guys, we're here to tackle our final angle and segment proof, and I'm super pumped up, so let's get going, you guys. Okay, so I'm given that angle 1 and 3 are supplementary, as well as angle 2 and 3 are supplementary. And I want to prove that 1 and 2 are congruent. Okay, which this is actually going to be very similar to example 18 because we had two sets of angles that were supplementary, and then we kind of showed that some angles were congruent. So if example 18 made sense to you and you want to try example 20 on your own, I say go for it with 2 thumbs up. Okay, so we're trying to prove that 1 and 2 are congruent. Now, we normally when we don't have a picture, I highly recommend that you draw a picture, but in this case, I don't really think it's necessary because we can just go from what we're given to get there. We don't really need a picture. But if you'd like to draw a picture, you can. You can draw like 2 lines that contain angle 1 and 3 and 2 and 3. And then if that helps you, you can use that to show that 1 and 2 are congruent. Okay, but I'm not going to because this time I don't think the picture is necessary, which is very abnormal, and it's probably the only time that will happen. But, you never know. But anyway, so what do we always start with? The given. Correct, you guys. You guys just know that one like it's nothing. You're like, given. I already know Miss Long. So angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary. We also know that angle 2 and angle 3 are also supplementary. And how I know that is because it was given to me. So the given. Okay, let's keep on going. So again, usually it's helpful, you guys, if you can use a word either in the given or from a previous line to help you to keep moving forward. So do you guys spot anything in my proof so far that might help me continue on in my proof to hopefully eventually show that 1 and 2 are congruent? I see it too, you guys. You guys are so smart. I do see the word supplementary. And what does it mean to be supplementary? Holy hot dog. It does mean they add up to be 180. So I know that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 3 will equal 180. And I also know that the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 will also add up to be 180. And I know that because that's what it means to be supplementary. I am defining the word supplementary. So definition of supplementary. Yay. Okay, you guys, and I'm trying to prove something about 1 and 2 being congruent. Do you guys see here that this statement and this statement both add up to be 180? Whoa, right? Guys, if they both equal the same thing, doesn't that mean they have to equal each other? Yes, it does, precisely. Okay, so I could just set them equal to each other. So I know that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 3 equals the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3. Okay, and what's it called when you replace things with what they equal? It is, in fact, the substitution property. Okay, because technically since 2 and 3 add up to be 180, I could replace this 180 with this statement and then shift that thing over here. So it'd be 1 plus 3 equals 2 plus 3. Or what else could I use if I didn't want to use the substitution property? I could also use the transitive property, which I'm going to have to write this small and squeeze it into my proof. Transitive property. Because you could say, like, if 1 plus 3 equals 180, and 180 equals 2 plus 3, then 1 plus 3 equals 2 plus 3. That's like a tongue twister. Sorry, you guys. So it also has like a transitive property flow. So you could also use the transitive property. Okay, you guys, we're getting really close. I want to show that 1 is congruent to 2. I want to show that this thing is congruent to this thing. But again, all these numbers just get in the way of my problems all the time, and it makes me mad, but I will calm myself down. Calm. Okay, so I need to somehow get rid of that 3. So then I can show that 1 and 2 are congruent. How can I get rid of the measure of angle 3? Precisely, you guys. I can subtract it on both sides of my equation, which will cancel each of these out and they'll turn to 0. So then I'm left with the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 2. And since I subtracted the measure of angle 3 on both sides, I am using the subtraction property. Subtraction property. Okay. Now I'm so close, you guys. I have shown that angle 1 is equal to angle 2 in their measures. So, since I want to show that they're congruent, what it means to have congruent angles is that their measures are equal. Okay, so then I can safely assume now that 1 is congruent to 2. So what is it called if I'm describing what it means to be congruent, or I'm replacing my equal sign with a congruent symbol? It would be definition of congruence. You guys are so talented. Definition of congruence. Yay! Oh man, you guys, that was wonderful. I just love proofs. They just make my day, and they just flow so nicely. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pet my problem because it made me so excited. Way to go, you guys. That was awesome.